Hello, welcome to more Vintage Cube. Wow. Okay, we got some decisions. Is it Signet? I think is the best Signet in the cube and a very strong start. Blue-red usually is the colors that A, want artifacts, and B, have trouble ramping on their own. So Signet kind of covers all of those things. And blue-red kind of has the hardest mana requirements, like Deceiver Exarch, or not Exarch, Kiki-Jiki and Cryptic Command. Yeah, that's the one. So I think I'm going to take this Is It Signet. The unfortunate part is that all the other good cards in this pack are also blue-red. Like, I would take Signet, then probably Chandra, then Vision, then Titan. So Breeding Pool is another consideration, but I just think this card is very powerful, and we can... Wow. Okay, this pack's way better. Time Spiral, Power Stone, Dimir Signet is also very good. And then Leovold's nice. Oh, this is interesting. Time Spiral is one of my favorite cards. It's also the most unique card. Like, we can always get more Signets. We can never get more Time Spirals. So we're going to take a Time Spiral. And I doubt we're going to wheel one of these, but in other packs we maybe can. It's a Dark Ritual. There's also a Gilded Lotus. And a Duress. Those are the three I'm looking at right now. You know, we're just going to try this. If someone's going to keep passing us, like, really fun stuff, I'm just going to keep taking really fun stuff. There's a Blood Crypt if we think our mana is going to be sketchy. Ulamog is just great. It's good in Storm, but we could end up in like other stuff too. Having a way to reshuffle your graveyard is good to like buy back win conditions, but it also gives you like an alternate win con off of Mind's Desire. So I could see that. And then Solemn is actually nice, especially with Time Spiral. Turn 4 Solemn enables turn 5 Time Spiral. What do we want to do? I think I'm going to take Solemn before I take the Blood Crypt, because he also kind of fixes your mana. And I like Ulamog, but yeah, I'll take the Solemn. Because we have Time Spiral in our deck, I think that is the pick. Ulamog, the Ceaseless Hunger, Flooded Strand, and Impulse. So Impulse is kind of like mana fixing. Oh, I guess Night's Whisper too. Night's Whisper is nice for raw card advantage. I almost like that more. Because Impulse only gets one card, but it does get the best card. And I guess if we're already Time Spiraling, then I could see that being more useful. But sometimes just having like a raw quantity of cards is where you're going. I think for this deck, I'm going to take Impulse. And then, you know, you can always get effects that say like draw X cards. I think this type of effect is harder to find. So I'm going to take this and then maybe try and wheel the other one. Ooh, Oath of Druids and Overgrown Tomb. I think here we take the Tomb. Maybe try and wheel the Oath of Druids, but I was just going to say we take Tomb for exactly this card. Heartbeat of Spring, I know we passed a Mana Flare, but Heartbeat of Spring is also really good. Especially with Time Spiral, on turn 6 you can go Heartbeat for 3 mana, with the other 3 mana cast Time Spiral, and that's pretty good. So we're going to do that. That is an extraordinarily late Fractured Identity. It's also a Force of Will. And then I guess Ramen Up Excavator, but I think it's between Identity and Force. So Force helps us go off with the combo. Identity is just very good. I think I'm going to take Force though. We probably don't want white in the deck. And, you know, using Force to make sure Time Spiral resolves makes sense to me. Here we can take an Orzhov Signet, just get a bit faster mana. Well, there's a Leovold. Wow, and Swords. Leovold plus Time Spiral is pretty solid. So I think I'm just going to take him. And hope we don't... I guess Swords doesn't really do much against us, huh? I could take Razorverge Thicket if I think I need green. Mirari's Wake would be one reason. The other one would be Mazavith, but I'm probably not playing either. What on earth? Delete Ulamog. Also, Avacyn's Pilgrim. I don't really care about the white. I'm just going to take Ulamog. You never know when you need an Eldrazi. Tasigur versus Trigon Predator. Tasigur seems better, but I don't think I want to play that either. So far this deck looks sweet. Sultai Nonsense. And we have like a Leovold combo kill. Hopefully we can get Time Twister. Oh, we got a last pick Wear Tear. Okay. The card's fine. Not super busted or anything, but it's good. Okay, so what do we got in this pack? Karn Liberated, Brainstorm, Mystic Confluence, and my air conditioning turning on. Hang on. There we go. Didn't want you guys to have to deal with that. So, and Past in Flames, but right now Past in Flames is not looking great, and it should probably come around. Karn is a great win condition, but honestly, Mystic Confluence is just super good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take the Confluence here. It's good. It can pitch to Force and all that too, so I like that even more. Wooded Foothills can grab Overgrown Tomb. Noble Hierarch helps with the mana a little bit. Venser's just good blue interaction, and then Vraska's fine top end. Also Languish, because we only have 3 creatures. I could take Through the Breach. Just try and like Through the Breach some Eldrazi, but that adds another color to our deck. Honestly, I feel like just taking Wooded Foothills might be the best pickup here, because our deck's going to need mana. Yeah, we're going to take good mana and hope that we can take advantage of that. Ooh, High Tide? One of my favorites. I love High Tide. Brain Freeze is a great win con too. And then Thoughtseize, Thief of Sanity are pretty solid. I kind of want both of these, but High Tide I think is more important than Brain Freeze, especially if we can grab a Turnabout. So I'm going to take this now. Oh, there's an Upheaval. Wow. Upheaval, Chalice, and Scalding Tarn all in the same pack. Whew. Okay. And I guess a Desperate Ritual. So Upheaval's really good as like a failsafe. It's not the best in Storm. Like if you're going High Tide into something into Upheaval, it's not the greatest sequence of plays. But I think this is one of the more powerful cards, but I honestly don't know. I think we can do better than Upheaval. So I know a lot of people are going to be upset about this pick. I'm going to take the Scalding Tarn because I want to draft a cool Storm deck. And I think most Storm decks don't really line up well with Upheaval decks. I know there is like a, wow, a mix between the two. I think I actually have to take Time Twister over Dak. It's good with Leovold, Time Spiral, and High Tide. Okay, I'm pretty happy with Scalding Tarn now. Yeah, now we're just set up to go like really busted, especially if Brain Freeze wheels. Here we might, Pyretic Ritual, Metamorph, or I don't think we need gifts. We already have 2 draw 7s. Pyretic Ritual, if we go like Blue-Red Storm, could get us there, especially if we have 1000-Year Storm. Yeah, I'm not playing gifts. Maybe Metamorph is just better. This card's going to be good no matter what. Wow, that is a late opposition. I mean, we're not playing opposition. I don't want to play against Lodestone Golem. There's a Dark Petition? Dark Petition's good with Dark Ritual. Our mana's a little suspect. Do we need Treasure Cruise? I don't think so. Both of these shuffle our graveyards. I'm going to take the Petition. I think that is the highest upside. Now we can take... I like Kodama's Reach, actually. Especially for running Heartbeat of Spring Time Spiral. Okay, I'll take Kodama's Reach. Past in Flames over Garrick. Scrubland does not help our mana. Alright, we'll see what Past in Flames brings. I think Brain Freeze was in the next pack, and like Brain Freeze Venser is also a pretty sweet win con. Okay, Brain Freeze did not come around. Someone's being spiteful, I see. So Brain Freeze didn't come around, probably not going to be playing Past in Flames. We could take Thoughtseize or a Wandering Fumarole. I'll take Thoughtseize. Desperate Ritual, wow, Tireless Tracker? Kind of like the tracker here. We're going to be at no shortage of cards in hand with literally nothing to do with them. Pinalar. Okay, so red's kind of open too. Wow. Mox Emerald, Soul Ring, Polluted Delta. I mean, we got to take Soul Ring. Soul Ring's... you know, in this deck, it's kind of close. I think it's still Soul Ring, but we have a lot of green requirements, and Mox Emerald would mean that's one more island we get to play. But I think I'm going to take Soul Ring and just try and wheel this 1000-Year Storm and try and build around that as best as possible. Mystical Tutor can grab High Tide, Time Twister, Time Spiral. Counterspell is just a great card. What is this deck doing right now? What if we cut the black and now we're just like blue-green High Tide? I like taking Mystical here. Having 2 copies of High Tide seems sweet. Oh, Frantic Search. Perfect. I would love Remand, but Frantic Search High Tide is like one of the best combo starters. And Frantic Search Heartbeat, also really solid. And off of Soul Ring, we can do that really fast now. Follow it up with Manamorphose. Green or red to add a bunch of mana. I like that. I like Chart a Course, but Manamorphose seems kind of good here, especially if we get 1000-Year Storm. Ooh, Preordain? Preordain's pretty nice. Chain Lightning, Fire and Ice, blah, blah, blah. So you're going to start asking yourself, how does this deck win the game? That's a good question. I think it's mostly going to involve just hard casting an Ulamog. Turnabout would make this deck way over the top. Because like High Tide, Frantic Search, Turnabout generates incredible amounts of mana. Baral, Show and Tell, Oracle is actually really good too. If we can cast Oracle very quickly, that can just generate so much mana. Baral is much more likely to come around than Oracle, I think, because nobody respects the Baral. Also Reanimator, what's going on? I'm gonna take this. I think playing a bunch of lands is nice. 4's over here, I guess. Ugin. Do we? I don't think we have enough for Tolarian Academy, do we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not really. Gearhulk can get back. Confluence. Frantic Search. Not enough. I mean, Ugin's a fine win con, okay. There's Tendrils. Do I even need Tendrils? I don't think this deck actually even wants Tendrils. Brain Freeze was the dream. For some reason someone took it. But then they passed Tendrils, so just being spiteful, I assume. Because we could put in like Dark Ritual, Dark Petition. I'm probably not going to play Harmonize, so we can take this maybe for the sideboard. Now we have Cabal Ritual, Miscalculation. I think this was the 1,000-Year Storm pack. So someone took that too. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If we play a swamp, that'll be 6 black sources. I'm in for Cabal Ritual. I think there's a decent chance we do end up just storming. That is an extraordinarily late Splinter Twin, but we're gonna take Beast Within, follow it up with Incubation Druid is kind of decent ramp. I don't like, actually, Elves is not terrible, and then Vraska versus Riftwing. We're not really tempo, so Riftwing's not that great. Okay, this deck got weird at the end. Because now we could go like Dark Ritual, Cabal Ritual, Tendrils, Dark Petition, Leovold, Thoughtseize. This makes High Tide worse, but I think it increases the power level of the deck overall. We have a lot of cuts to make though, so it's possible we don't end up doing this. I don't really think we need Tracker. Incubation Druid might not be necessary either. I think Heartbeat's good. Yeah, Heartbeat's probably good. High Tide, Mystical. Maybe I just cut Thoughtseize? I could also just cut Ugin. Ugin's like a fine sideboard, but we could just be all in Storm like this and just have Tendrils as our win con. That's kind of fun. I actually don't hate that. Do this. And then run 16 lands with all these signets. What does the mana color situation look like though? That's what I'm worried about. So Skulling Tarn just grabs Island. Is there any reason to run it? I guess it gives us a shuffle with Oracle. So I guess I'll still run it. We want mostly islands. We don't need any mountains. 6, 3. Because I imagine we're going to be casting Tendrils and Dark Petition off of mana doublers. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think 8 black sources is fine. For green, we have 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is this going to be the mana right now? Okay, we get one more island here. So right now we have High Tide with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 islands? That seems okay. It's still worth it, because we have quite a few ways to fetch up islands, like Reach and Solemn. Okay, I'm on board with that. And then this deck is basically all mana, some draw 7s, and Tendrils. Cabal Ritual seems pretty weak, because I don't know how we're ever filling our graveyard, but I also don't know what I'm replacing it with. It seems fine. It gives us double black from single black. I'm going to try it like this, and then if our opponent has a lot of interaction, we could side in our alternate win cons, but I kind of like the all-in Tendrils game plan. See you guys round 1. Alright, here for round 1, we're going to go first for sure. Oracle, yeah, let's keep this. We can, it's pretty slow. I think Soul Ring is obviously our best possible draw. And I'm just going to lead off on Scalding Tarn, fetch an island because I don't want to hit any more blue sources right now. I want to find acceleration for Oracle. But, or is the opponent Reanimator right now? Are we just about to get got? No, okay. Fetch end of turn. Swamp. Okay. So we're gonna lead on Forest. This way we can play Leovold next turn if we draw him. And then we could just go turn 3 Leovold, turn 4 Time Twister. That'd be pretty good. Uh-oh. I have a game plan. If my opponent does not play a second land this turn, I'm just gonna play Heartbeat of Spring. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna play Heartbeat of Spring. That gives them double mana, but they missed a land drop, right? Yeah, I ain't scared. Go ahead. Against an opponent missing lands, I think this is a totally safe play. It makes Mox Jet just so much worse. And it lets us untap and do like Time Twister stuff. Obviously they, you know, drew the swamp off the top. But I think just Heartbeat of Spring in play is so powerful for us. Yeah, like, sure, you got a Scarab God. I think we can do better. So we can actually go Oracle, land. I think I do want to pay the life here. Ooh, High Tide. Land, Signet. And then we can set up for Time Spiral next turn. If their best play last turn was the Scarab God, I'm literally not scared at all of what's going on. If they Thoughtseize Time Twister, that gets more sketchy. But I feel like if they had Thoughtseize, they would have ran that out turns 1 or 2. Like, that's just better than doing nothing, because they didn't hold up counters. Well, that's brutal. That is disgusting, actually. Alright, we got max punished for our Time Twister greed. So now we're just going to have High Tide and lands. And our opponent cannot reanimate Oracle currently, but they're going to make an Ulamog next turn. Alright. Well, we know that was a top deck because they would have cast it earlier. So, pretty good top deck for them. Interesting. They didn't want to make an Ulamog. So we're actually dead next turn. So it's kind of Time Twister or bust. Or Time Spiral. Okay. Alright, deck, do your thing. Oh, okay. Well, that's unfortunate. That was a lot of lands in a row. So they're Reanimator, which means we're actually kind of good against them because of all the things we have to get rid of graveyards. I kind of want Incubation Druid. Nah, deck's great. Alright, let's go first. Let's get Soul Ring in our opener. Dark Ritual, Preordained, Venser, Mystic. Wooded Foothills can grab Overgrown Tomb. Yeah, this hand's actually really good. We are currently missing double blue, but I'm hoping Preordained can find us that. They scryed to 6, or mulligan to 6 and bottomed, okay. So we can fetch and then Preordained turn 2, but given how many signets we have, I think we just want to try and hit a signet. 2 islands. I think I keep 1 island and put 1 on the bottom. Because we want to hit double blue, but I don't want more lands, man. Thoughtseize, okay. Soul Ring? Manamorphose. Alright, I'm on board. I could cycle Manamorphose because if I hit a signet, it lets me hold up Venser. I think I like doing that. I'm going to take some damage doing that because I need the black here, but... And what else do I want here? Manamorphose can add blue-black. I'm going to add black-green, I think. Yeah, but we're doing this basically because we can hit a signet. Or lands, okay. Alright, we got some draws ahead of us. Fortunately, we do have outs to them reanimating stuff. Okay. We can actually Venser off of Dark Ritual if it comes to that. And Venser gets around Collective Brutality too. Plains, interesting. That's so many lands. Please stop, deck. I'm only running 16 land. Opponent doing nothing. Pretty okay with that. Dark Petition can find Time Spiral and stuff like that. We kind of want them to make a play. Or have like all the cards to go off with. Oh, them missing land drops here? I'm gonna wait. High Tide is also very good. So we're gonna add a swamp so I can play Dark Petition. I don't see a reason to play anything. I think opponent's going up in cards so they can discard the hand size maybe. So now I'm pretty happy with how many lands we've drawn. We'll see what they discard. Inkwell, that's fine. More forests. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So what can I do here? I can go High Tide and then cast High Tide, Dark Ritual, Dark Petition for Time Twister, or Time Spiral. That gets rid of their Inkwell Leviathan. That seems good to me. Let's start with High Tide. Dark Ritual, Dark Petition using these forests, I suppose. And this adds 3 black. So we have 3 black and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, so we can time spiral here. Grabbing time spiral. Cast time spiral. I don't really need that much blue, so I'm gonna float double black. There's tendrils. Huh. So I can tendrils. Wow, I really messed up. If I just untapped that swamp, I could go tendrils, Venser, tendrils. That hurts. Let's tendrils them. I think I just want to go tendrils into Time Twister. This hand's pretty bad. Yeah, tendrils, Venser, tendrils would have done it. And then Time Twister. Heartbeat of Spring, Leovold, Force of Will. So if I keep Leovold in hand, I can use Force of Will. Next turn, I can just Dark Petition for tendrils. Okay. I like keeping Leovold in hand for Force of Will protection. The unfortunate part is Time Spiral's gone and Time Twister's in our graveyard. So I don't think we have any draw 7s left. Liliana. Liliana's okay. Double Liliana's, sure. Oh, Metamorphose is kind of the perfect draw. So let's start with that. I don't need red, and I don't really need this much blue. So let's go Metamorphose, adding blue-black. Kodama's Reach, okay. We go Island. I think I can just win. I go Heartbeat. And then Dark Petition. Yeah, I just have to make sure I hold up double black so I can actually cast tendrils here. Grab tendrils. And then we play... I don't really want them to know about Leovold, but maybe I can just do both. Let's use the blue, black. Okay, opponent disappeared for a second. Grab some random lands, doesn't matter. And then we want to make sure we don't mess this up. So I'm going to float all the mana that I have, cast Leovold, and then cast tendrils. All the same, and they did. Got it. Okay, game 3, still on Reanimate. Metamorph is the only card I could consider. But Ulamog's off a cast trigger, and I don't really care about Inkwell Leviathan. I could see bringing this in on the draw. But they showed a bunch of like incidental creatures too. So like something like Beast, well, Beast Within's not even good against Inkwell Leviathan. Well, this hand's pretty good. It's a Soul Ring away. If we top, can you imagine if we top deck Soul Ring, go turn 1 Signet? How busted that would be. It's a pretty good play from the opponent. Okay. Island. I just like running out islands with High Tide in the deck. Seems pretty worthwhile. Next turn we can get real crazy and Dark Ritual out of Solemn. Seems pretty good. We're gonna take 3. Sure. I think opponent takes Dark Ritual here. Metamorphose isn't that great, but taking Dark Ritual really slows us down a little bit. And they did not escalate. Alright. Elves of Deep Shadow. Well, next turn we can Solemn to grab a forest. And then hopefully we just draw like Time Spiral or Time Twister or something. Take 3. There's our forest. So we're gonna play Island, cast Solemn. I think kind of want to grab an island with Solemn. I don't need double green. Yeah, this makes High Tides better. Plus we have Wooded Foothills still. We just have to draw one of our draw 7s or like Impulse, Mystic Confluence. We have a lot of interaction. I almost want to discard these elves to the Una's Prowler here, just so we don't die. I think I will. Because we're going to die no matter what if our opponent, or if we don't draw a card draw eventually, and this elves won't matter. What will matter is us running out of life. So this buys us like quite a few more turns. Okay, opponent's still doing nothing. Cabal Ritual. Okay, well, it's kind of time for us to draw one of our big spells here. Also, the nice thing is Tendrils can get us a bunch of life back. Like, if we just top deck Tendrils and go like Ritual, Heartbeat, Tendril, that's fine. We're gonna fold a 10 though. Massacre Worm. That does draw us a card, so we're gonna fetch. Overgrown Tomb tapped. Alright, so Time Spiral off the top is just game. Yes. Venser Shaper Savant. That can buy us time. Do I see any reason not to just run out Venser right now? Because if I draw Time Spiral, I don't want them having a Massacre Worm in play. I don't see a reason not to just run him out now. High Tide, okay. So currently, Una's Prowler, does he have Menace? I guess it's not in the revealed. Una's Prowler hits us down to 4, and then Massacre Worm kills this, puts us down to 2. So we actually have to draw something next turn. Alright. And there's no reason to discard here. Alright, deck. We got a lot of card draw, let's find it. Right, I just gotta count this again. So this puts us to 4. They already cast Collective Brutality. I don't have any other cards in black that deal 2. And all the cards in our hand can be worthwhile. And if they play Massacre Worm, do we have any chump blockers? I don't think I'm playing any creatures besides Solomon Elves. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna take it. Alright, deck. Time Spiral, Time Twister. We got a lot. And Basic Forest. Alright, good games. See you guys round 2. Now this is a hand I've been looking for. Turn 1 Soul Ring. We can race so many things. Opponent has Soul Ring. That's not fair. Alright, we need Island off the top. Forest is not what we wanted. We can still draw an island next turn though. Go ahead. You know what, mana's not that great. I think next turn I might just fire off Frantic Search blindly. Depending on what we draw. If we draw something useless, like we can't cast anything in our hand currently. Island? Cabal Ritual. Alright, we're gonna start with Forest, Frantic Search. Okay, that's good. So I don't need more forests. I want everything else. Yeah, Cabal Ritual will help us cast Dark Petition. The blue is good for High Tide and Venser. What card don't I want? I kind of need them all. I guess we gotta discard Venser? Okay, I'm fine with that. Untap these two. Pass turn. I don't know, maybe I should have waited, but it's like, our hand's not doing anything this turn, and I wanted to make sure we could do stuff like next turn. Can we hit Threshold? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't think this counts itself. So if we draw another instant, then we can hit Threshold, and then we can really go off. Ophiomancer is cool in my book. Again, not less cool in the presence of Gaia's Cradle. Okay, well, opponent's got a bunch of mana now. How much mana is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mana next turn? Let's turn 4! Alright. Well, let's draw a instant that goes in the graveyard. I think Metamorphose is the best possible. Metamorphose. Mystical Tutor. Interesting. Interesting. So I think I definitely need to play Wooded Foothills. So I can 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can hit. No, because I don't have enough blue. I have to wait a turn. We're gonna Mystical Tutor for Time Spiral probably. And then with High Tide, Thresholded Cabal Ritual. That's gotta be good. But opponent has 9 mana, so we could just get Terastodon right now. Okay, I'm cool with Grave Titan. Unless they have something else to do with 5 mana. If this is like a put a creature on top of my library type spell, I'm not okay with it. Okay, so we basically have to go off this turn. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. We basically have to go off this turn. So we fetch before Mystical Tutoring, obviously. Do not pay the life. And I do just Mystical Tutor this turn. I can get... Unfortunately, Frantic Search is gone, and I don't have Turnabout. What else do we have? Dark Ritual. So we have a storm count of 2, 3. I kind of think Time Spiral is our best shot. We're gonna have 4 lands. Yeah, because we can go High Tide, and then we're gonna have double blue off that island. And then we go Cabal Ritual. Okay, yeah, Time Spiral is our best shot. Okay, so island, High Tide, Cabal Ritual, which adds a bunch of mana. And then Dark Petition for Dark Ritual is actually mana neutral. No, mana positive, because this costs 5. No, it's mana neutral, but it does add a bunch to the storm count, so we'll do that. Yeah, and then we just got a hit off of Time Spiral. Dark Ritual, cast Dark Ritual, cast Time Spiral. That. Come on, deck. There's the Tendrils. Fortunately, we only have 4 lands here. So, I kind of want to play an Oracle right now, because that lets us play another land. Yeah, Oracle playing Island works, I think. I'm going to use the green and some blue and black. This lets us know also if Manamorphose is going to be a good hit. That's a pretty good hit. So now we have to go Island adds more mana. I don't know if I can do it, but I can just Tendrils them out and then cast Time Twister next turn. Well, we're going to go green-blue for Manamorphose. We're going to add black, I guess. So 4, 5, 6. So I can Time Twister, and then if I hit... Right now I can Tendrils them for 16, and then Time Twister. Or I can Time Twister right now, and then if I hit Tendrils again, we can just kill them that way. That seems better to me. So let's play Time Twister. I think one of each. Okay. It's actually not. It's actually not lethal right now, is it? Tendrils for storm count 9. I can Impulse and find a Dark Ritual. Impulse for Dark Petition doesn't do it, but if Dark Ritual or Cabal Ritual are on top, I can win. Because casting Tendrils right now puts them to 2. And Time Spiral is gone, so I can't actually Dark Petition. Basically, if I cast Tendrils right now, there's no way to get it back because Time Spiral is gone and Time Twister's in the graveyard, so I do cast an Impulse right now. This gives us the best shot at winning. Yeah, we need Dark Ritual or Cabal Ritual on top. Does not do it. That does not do it. Man, we were so close. I guess I grabbed Dark Petition here. No, it's on top! Do I have any way to draw? I have no way to draw. Alright, we fizzled. So close. If we had any way to deal 2 extra damage to them. So right now we can block with Oracle and still survive and then somehow find a way to like Dark Petition, Dark Ritual, Tendrils. I think next turn we'll have to involve like Tendrils, Venser, Tendrils. Actually, we can probably just win off of that. Ritual, they make zombies. They have so much mana. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Let me count this right. 8, 10, that's 13 damage. Swinging with Draga, that is only 13 damage. I'll count again. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We're at 14. Okay, Oracle represents like an extra set of mana here, which could be very important if they're going to like Terrastid on us or whatever nonsense they could have. I don't like this. Okay, Karna's turn, sure. Arbor Elf. None of this wins the game for them right now, and none of it stops me from winning. I think I can probably win if they don't disrupt my mana. That's worse. They could have just killed me then. So, got it. Yeah, they could have just killed me. Oh, that's really brutal. That's so brutal. Okay, I don't know if I can win now. I kind of need Dark Ritual off the top. So right now I top deck Dark Ritual. I go Swamp for triple black, cast Dark Petition with the triple black, and then Forest Island. We get triple black, and then we have nowhere near enough. So maybe Dark Ritual is not the answer. What else can I Dark Petition for? I can get Heartbeat of Spring, and then like Frantic Searches are out. But how do I draw Frantic Search? I think the answer is no. Okay, so we have Dark Ritual, and kind of need to play this Swamp. We can go Swamp, definitely starts here. Swamp, Dark Ritual. Oh, wait. Maybe I have a line. We can go and grab High Tide? What does this look like? We cast Dark Petition, we get triple black. We grab High Tide. We use High Tide to cast. We use High Tide here, and then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're one short that way, because I want to go High Tide into Mystic Confluence into Frantic Search. I guess Dark Petition into Frantic Search. We don't get High Tide that way, but maybe that can grab us something good. Alright, Dark Petition, find Frantic Search. See if there's anything else in our deck. Nope, literally nothing else. Alright, Frantic Search is our best shot right now. Cast Frantic Search. This. We're just dead. I think that's what's happening here. Untap 3 lands. 1, 2, 3. We're just so dead. Do I have enough mana even to 2, 3, 4? Alright, we're gonna go elves. We're just dead. Tendrils you. And then concede. Alright, moving on. Third green black nonsense. We can beat this. So let's do it. Okay, again, go first. Yeah, I mean this has all the elements. We'll see if it ends up good enough. But Frantic Search hitting Threshold for Dark Petition. Mystic Confluence to keep us alive. Manamorphose, just doing Manamorphose stuff. Ooh, there's High Tide Frantic Search. Do I wait on Manamorphose? So I can run this out, and then if I draw a Signet, it's great. But I'm gonna wait. The benefit of Manamorphose here is it lets us cast High Tide off of a non-island. So we could go like Swamp Forest, Manamorphose, generate blue, cast High Tide, Frantic Search, and then like get up to Dark Petition mana. Ooh. Okay, there's a swamp. That's a good start. I think I just keep passing turn here. We just want to get lands in play. That makes Time Spiral better. That makes Heartbeat of Spring better. It makes Frantic Search better. That's moderately problematic. I could put like a forest into play. So right now I can go Manamorphose, High Tide, Frantic Search, Mystic Confluence. That seems okay actually. We're gonna add blue. I don't think I have any black instants, so Orzhov Signet. I just want to make sure this actually goes through. So High Tide go down to 1 blue. Tap this and double blue to Frantic Search, and then it only gives me 4 mana, doesn't it? Yeah, I think that only gives me 4 blue. Because we need the blue to cast High Tide. So Frantic Search only generates 1, we're up to 4. Well, Frantic Search can find us permanents. Yeah, I think I still do this. 3, cast Frantic Search. I could just put all lands on top. And then Mystic Confluence and hope to draw into something. That's not the worst play I've ever heard of. I just discard Dark Petition, Orzhov Signet here. Because I'm going to need Mystic Confluence to counter whatever they play. Alright. 1 mana short. Eureka was a good sideboard though. Yeah, so our game plan now is basically Mystic Confluence, end of turn, draw a bunch, and hit Time Spiral or something like that. Okay, so opponent has Grave Titan, Bells Unlock right now. We can kind of do this. See what they get here. That comes in, we'll see what Bells Unlock hits. Dark Ritual. They have Dark Ritual in their deck? Interesting. Okay, so we're gonna fetch. The real question is, do we bounce their dudes? How much damage are they hitting us for? 12, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17? So bouncing them just buys us 1 turn anyway. So I kind of like just max drawing right now. Yeah, let's just max draw. There you go. Heartbeat of Spring would have been so good there. I like Island. God, it would be so good to have Oracle in play right now. Opponent has Dark Ritual and 1 unknown. So we could play Oracle and then go for Time Spiral. Because giving them a full hand of stuff seems... we'll just go for Time Spiral here. Time Spiral. They cast Dark Ritual in response. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we can go Forest, Soul Ring. I actually don't have much interaction right now. So I could just set up for next turn by going Soul Ring, 2, 3, 4. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mana. So I could just go Kodama's Reach, Mystic Confluence, bounce both of those. Kind of like that. Kodama's Reach for lands. Putting islands in play. And we have 5 mana up for Mystic Confluence. Okay. We can also counter whatever busted stuff they do. But we do need to draw something. Not in love with Gaia's Cradle. This looks like Tooth and Nail entwined. So I can Mystic Confluence counter this, bounce both of them. And that buys so much time. So I'm definitely casting this. The question is, how much time do I need to buy? So let's say I bounce Grave Titan, right? I can hit for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm still just dead next turn. If I bounce both, I get hit for 1, 2, 3, 4. That buys me 1 turn. So I can basically either bounce both or neither. Because, again, this is 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And bouncing neither actually gets me farther into my deck than bouncing both. So I think it's better to just draw 2 cards here. So yeah, draw 2, counter this. And they only have 2 mana up. Okay. Alright, so we drew the mana. We have 2 draw steps. Manamorphose and a top deck, and we can get there. So let's see what happens here. Please, deck. It's really going to make me sweat to the last thing, isn't it? Time Twister. Okay, so we don't really have much option here. We can go Manamorphose, and we're going to add blue-green. Blue-green. Scalding Tarn, that doesn't do it. We were so close. Cast that. Yeah, because now we go like High Tide. Is it Signet? Doesn't matter. We actually can't go off, unfortunately. Tendrils off the top would have helped us survive at least, but good games, opponent. See you guys round 3. Alright, I'm determined. We're gonna win this round. This deck's not that bad. This hand is awesome. I'm gonna keep. We're gonna go turn 1 Soul Ring. We got plays. Here we go. We're gonna top deck a land. That's gonna be the secret. And then we're just gonna play Solemn for Island. Is this 3 green decks? Island. Land. There you go. Cast Solemn now for... Usability, yes. Kind of still want to get Island? Yeah, let's still get Islands. I know that means I can't cast Cabal Ritual, but it means I can cast Mystic Confluence. Stuff like Heartbeat of Spring is good. Overgrown Tomb, there you go. So let's start with a Preordain. Mystical Tutor Dark Petition. Huh. I don't think I want Mystical Tutor because it just puts us down on cards, but Dark Petition for Time Spiral is like always a good play. So I'll put that on bottom. I'll put that on top. And then we play Overgrown Tomb untapped. I could just jam Heartbeat of Spring and set up for next turn. Could just jam Heartbeat of Spring. No, I'm gonna wait. There's no rush. My opponent has shown 2 forests. If they cast literally Channel Emrakul, sure. What I think I want to do is next turn I can play Heartbeat of Spring and still hold up Mystic Confluence. And that'll be pretty good for us, sure. And yeah, just playing more lands is better. So play Heartbeat. I know they get a bunch of mana. We can counter their play. Solemn is a blocker. And then Mystic Confluence is going to draw a bunch of cards. Hopefully set up for Cabal Ritual into Dark Petition. Yep. Tireless Tracker Heartbeat's pretty good. I also don't mind them just drawing, because they're about to shuffle their hand back in. Sure. Signets don't scare me. I guess what does scare me is the blue mana, but meh. So far I've seen only forests, so I think it's pretty unlikely they actually have like a counter spell. Garruk Primal Hunter. I think what I'm gonna do, Mystic Confluence, cast. I'm just gonna use all 3 modes. I'm gonna counter this, bounce this, and draw a card. So they have no board state and I could just shuffle their hand back in. Seems good. Ooh, I do like that. So let's go Oracle. Well, I tapped way too much mana. I don't need much more green here, so we'll do that. Impulse, okay. So Cabal Ritual. I guess I want to play this land. Oracle, Cabal Ritual. Using one of these green. Dark Petition. Grab Time Spiral. Ooh, cast that off the top. And I can use this Scalding Tarn Shuffle at some point. I don't need that much black. And I still have 6 lands to untap, so Scalding Tarn doesn't matter. Scalding Tarn doesn't matter. Alright, now this is what we were going for. This is the deck I was trying to play. So I can go probably fetch off Scalding Tarn here. Island. So Time Twister doesn't untap our lands. I don't think I'm ever going to hit Threshold for Ritual, so we're going to start there. I could just cast Impulse. We have like infinite mana, so if we find like Frantic Search or something that's like super good, I'll take Dark Ritual. Doesn't matter. Tendrils on top. Unfortunately, I can't draw it, but I can, right? There's no way to actually activate a card draw, so I'm just going to cast Dark Ritual, and I'm actually just going to cast Kodama's Reach to get more lands in play so I don't have to draw them. That seems weak. We're just going to Time Twister. Okay, now we're good. We got Dark Ritual, Frantic Search, and a bunch of black. We use green, sure. Discard you. Untap, untap, untap. Tendrils is just lethal, so not gonna waste anyone's time here. We're just gonna go for it. We could have gone like Tendrils, Venser, Tendrils and got him that way for like a million storm, but this seems sweet enough. Boom, boom. There we go. All right, all right, all right. Now I just gotta win another one against whatever their deck did. It's perfect. All right, one blue off the top, and I think we're golden. I'm gonna keep. We got Elves into Signet, like that's some pretty good mana acceleration. Our deck's mostly islands, so in the like 4+ draw steps we have coming up, we're really likely to hit one. And now what do we do? Now we just want to hit a bunch, I guess. Devoted Druid, you got it. That card's pretty good. It adds a bunch of mana. Swamp. All right, I mean, we do gotta draw an island, but if we draw island, this hand's great, because then we impulse for a second island and then we're set up. Or even better, we draw an island, we impulse for like Heartbeat of Spring. Lotus Cobra, sure. I guess I should have 6. I don't really have any responses. All right, opponent's making 4 mana. What's the scariest play? Natural Order for Terastodon? Harmonize is not the scariest play. It's good, but island? Come on. Okay, Oracle's pretty good too. We're going to take the damage and just cast Oracle. That way we can hit lands on top. All right. Well, here's the thing. If we see island on top, that's even better, because then we can go Leovold into Time Spiral and then just leave our opponents with no hand. Or, I guess Leovold into Time Spiral leaves them with 1 card. So, not the most busted thing. Tireless Tracker, you got it, my sir. Are they missing land drops? Hey, I'm okay with that. No attack with Lotus Cup. All right, we need island on top. Kodama's Reach on top is the most brutal thing they could have done. Go ahead. They're gonna make us fight. I like it. Opponents draw lands. So right now they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So no Crater Hoof nonsense yet. Gilded Lotus? Ooh, opponent's doing the sweet stuff. Okay, I can respect it. How much mana do they need? Cracking a Clue makes sense. Alright, so we kind of got to do something good next turn, because opponent has a bunch of mana and kind of... yeah, I guess so. And access to like a lot of cards. Fortunately, I don't, especially with them killing our Signet, I don't know how much sweet stuff we could do. If we had hit lands off Oracle, it would have been a different story, but at least off Kodama's Reach, we know we're getting at least 2 lands in play. Preordain. Don't want that. So I can Kodama's Reach and cast Leovold. Okay. This is just grabbing 2 islands, by the way. Wow, still no lands on top. That's kind of gross. So Leovold sets us up pretty well for next turn. Yeah, let's just do that. It also means we draw cards if they try and target us, and it stops them from tireless trackering. Like, if they still don't have an answer, now they only get 1 draw step to do it. And then he can block some of the stuff. Oh man, I really hope they try and sack a Clue to tireless tracker here. He can block some of the stuff, but then we're just going to cast Time Spiral and leave them with no hand. And hopefully Oracle will do work at some point. Crack Clue. Crack Clue. Pelucranos. They have 1, 2, 3. So they need 7 mana. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So they can kill Leovold if they use all of Pelucranos' mana. Or all of their mana here. That does put us in a bit of a dicey situation. It looks like that's what they're doing. We get to draw a card. Killing Leovold, yep. Easy ability. Force of Will. I don't need that either. I want lands. Okay, so now the whole time spiral thing doesn't work. We're gonna keep Oracle. No blocks. I can Mystical Tutor. I don't want to draw Force. But if I cast Mystical Tutor, then I can't cast Time Spiral. So I think what I'm gonna do is actually cast Impulse on my upkeep. So I don't have to draw Force of Will. Unreal. Where are the lands? That would have been actually a pretty good sequence of draws, though. I think Frantic Search doesn't do that much. Let's see, I'm going to have 4 in my graveyard. So Cabal Ritual is just going to add 1 mana. Frantic Search adds 0 mana. I think I just got to go for some Time Spiral something. So we'll take Cabal Ritual. Sure. Tendrils on the bottom. No lands. This is incredible. So, yeah, I mean, I can't do anything now. Like, what do I do here? I can Time Twister. That's unreal. So, yeah, I mean, I guess Cabal Ritual into Time Twister is like a good start. Just so we can get lands in play for next turn. Because I'm not going to win just sitting here. There we go. Okay, Island, Solemn. So I can use Soul Ring off the black. And I can hold up Mystic Confluence. That's like not bad. Alright, go ahead. I can bounce Pelucranos or something, counter their like crazy plays, who knows. And if they do nothing, we can Impulse, try and find High Tide, and then we'll go like High Tide, Frantic Search, Confluence, draw a bunch. Avenger of Zendikar is acceptable. Opponent gets a lot of value when they play lands now. They get a clue, they gain mana, and they put stuff on their creatures. But yeah, mono green is basically like the matchup you want to see when you're playing Storm. I know my Storm deck's not great, but I am pretty sure we're going to win this, barring some really bad draws. Opponent has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mana. Plow under. That's got to get countered. So how much am I being attacked for right now? 6, 7, 8, 16. So let's go 5 mana, Mystic Confluence, cast. So we're going to counter that, and they don't have any mana floating. I think I just bounce Pelucranos to their hand and draw a card. Because we're dead next turn anyway. Sure. Yeah, between Impulse and Frantic Search and Manamorphose, I think we can find like a Time Spiral. Counter this, bounce you, draw. Okay, Mystical Tutor should just about wrap this up. We can, we can tutor for Time Spiral or High Tide. Opponent, you just want to right-click attack all, my guy. I need all the mana I can get. Resolve Signet. Okay, so I don't want to draw the Signet. What do I want to do here? I think I want to start off with Impulse. Because Impulse gives us the best information on what we want a Mystical Tutor for. Cabal Ritual, Leovold. Well, we're going for Storm, so we got to take the Ritual. I don't really want Venser, so I think I'm going to Mystical Tutor for Time Spiral right now. Can I actually just Tendrils kill them? Let me see. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. Okay. Time Spiral is more sketchy. I could get Dark Petition. What does Dark Petition grab me? Not a whole lot. Oh, plus I also need Tendrils. Yeah, I'll just get this. Time Spiral on top. Can I just cast this? Why is that green? Alright, so we're going to Manamorphose for Time Spiral. We're going to add black, blue. Scalding Tarn seems good. Forest seems pretty good. First off, Signet again. Let's shuffle. I want to grab High Tide before I go off. Kodama's Reach. I don't really want that, so let's go Cabal. I guess Solemn is also a shuffle. Yeah. Let's play Solemn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Easy ability, yes. Let's put Island into play. Kodomo's Reach! What is happening? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I want a Frantic Search and then Cabal Ritual. Yeah. Okay, Heartbeat of Spring is pretty good. So discard Island, Kodomo's Reach. Untap, Forest, Island, Island. Now we go Heartbeat, or... Yeah, I guess we go Heartbeat of Spring. Yeah, this works. Heartbeat of Spring. Then Cabal Ritual with Threshold. Then Time Spiral. We get all the mana in the world. I should have used only blue. Okay, okay, we got this. Untap you. Bunch of islands and some forests too. Dark Ritual. Might as well just Cabal Ritual here. This is what the deck was supposed to do. Metamorphose I don't need. I guess I don't want to mess around. We could just Dark Petition for Tendrils right now. Tendrils of Agony. Tendrils U. Storm count is 11, so that's lethal. There you go. The old turn 7, a lot of work Tendrils kill, but we did get there. Oh man, this deck was fun. Not the best deck, but I love a good jank Storm deck. I could have definitely put Ugin in some matchups for those who were like screaming like put Ugin or Ulamog. I just wanted to play this. Like, I say this a lot and people don't understand it enough probably. Sometimes, especially in Vintage Cube, just play what you want to play. Don't play what is necessarily going to win. Like, here's my deck. Like, especially against all the green decks, like siding in Ugin, we could have just like casted a big Ugin and like exiled their stuff. But I was just really feeling the all-in Tendrils deck, so that's what I went with. That's my explanation. Deck was fun. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you guys real soon.